Thanksgiving broadcast by our my friend Mark Gus Scott. How are you, Mark?
Brother, it's been a long time, man. It's good to see you.
It's been a long time. We did a couple of
Thanksgiving Eve
interviews.
party night tonight, my friend.
That's
You
right. And I
should be
went to
here too. We're gonna go fucking crazy.
and I went to see you on I believe it was a Thanksgiving Eve party up in Bloomingdale a couple of years ago. Well, many years ago now. And
Yeah,
I
couple my
this
ass.
is many years. But listen, I need to catch up with Mark. I need to see what's going on here. I need to know what's first of all, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
God bless you, pal. Happy Thanksgiving.
God bless you, man. It's good to see you. You look great. Um, Arizona. When did you end up in Arizona and how?
Dude, I gotta tell you, Pete Lauren from Trixter, he moved out here 24 years ago or something like that. And man, every other day, Gus, you gotta get out here. You gotta get out here. And I had a family at the time. You
Sure.
know what I mean? It was not time for me to jump, but
Sure.
things were going. I was very unhappy for some time. So
Okay.
at a certain point, I said, I got to do an exploration trip,
Right.
uh, and it's time for my kids were older, college and whatnot, and so they didn't need daddy at home all the time anyway. So I did this first exploratory trip. First day I'm here. Well, first I landed at night. I go see Pete. He's with this country band, and Jordan Ziff from Rats playing. And it was a Thursday night, and the square in Scottsdale on Thursday. Jesus Christ, waves of people crossing the street, and I mean, it was Thursday, not like a
Wow.
Thanksgiving. I'm talking like fucking Thursday.
Wow.
And man, the music scene is alive. I'm like, what the fuck is going on around here? Just waves of people. There was a
Wow.
whole scene that I just was not accustomed to,
Right.
and just seeing that was crazy. The next morning, I go to IHOP. I come out of IHOP. I look over and say, "Hey, those mountains over there look nice. Go check them out." 20 minutes later, I said, "I'm moving to this fucking place." It was, I kid you not, that's exactly what happened. So that was my
Wow.
first exploratory trip. Then the second trip I took was to learn the layout of where I wanted to be. I mean, I didn't know when you
Right.
come to a new place, and we've been to Phoenix, I don't know, a dozen times. But when you think about moving to a place and planting roots and see
Right.
what the community is all about, what your proximity, how far you are from Scottsdale to this, to that, and where Pete is, and blah, 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 I needed to understand those dynamics and where I would be happy.
Sure.
So ultimately, I ended up I don't want to say exactly where, but
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
the
No. Yeah.
northern part of Phoenix, and I got to tell you, it's the best move I ever made. It is
Wow. And
it is so
I'm sure
beautiful.
obviously the weather's a lot nicer, the taxes, you have less taxes, I'm sure.
I have no comment.
Okay. Yes.
But you know what the problem is? Well, the next problem is I've only been here 9 years or so.
Okay.
Pete's been here 24.
Sure.
You can't imagine. I've seen so much change in just 9 years.
Right. Right.
Man, the migration to this
Yes.
area over the past few years alone has been
Yeah.
extraordinary. I believe it's second highest in the country. At one point, it might have been highest.
A lot
Uh,
of transplants from the New York area, I'm
yeah,
sure. Yeah.
Canada. I mean,
Yeah.
from all areas, East Coast, West Coast, a lot of California people coming over, people from
Sure.
Canada, Washington,
Sure.
Oregon. It's out of
Yeah.
control. Why? You said it.
Yeah.
Like for
Yeah.
instance, people in California.
Yep.
Let's say you have this. You have a $500,000 house in California, and let's say you drop it here. Do you know how much you're saving in
Oh
taxes
yeah.
alone? It
Oh yeah.
changes your fucking life.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
basically living for free. So
Yeah.
it's a huge incentive in that regard. And even though home prices have gone up more recently in the Phoenix metro area, the
Sure.
tax base has not been a rise commensurate to the level of what the home value is. I hope there isn't a reckoning in the near
Yeah.
future.
Well,
But I got
for
to tell you,
now,
it's a huge incentive for people to move.
absolutely. Wow, 100. Listen, that's Florida and Arizona. Yeah, those are the two. So let me ask you, the Pat Tillman VFW, because Pat Tillman, of course, unfortunately, right? Pat Tillman passed away, of course, right? And so, how did you get involved in the VFW out there?
Dude, I got to tell you something. When I first moved out to Arizona, I wasn't quite sure by the way, it's the American Legion Pat Tillman Post 117
Oh,
that I'm
American
talking
League. I
about.
apologize.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all
apologize.
right. It's all
Yeah.
right. No problem. It's just
Yep.
I'll do you one better. I didn't know the difference between the VFW and the American Legion
Right.
when I first
Yeah.
moved out here.
Right.
You,
It's
you
a
know what I
learning.
mean? Uh,
Right.
but I quickly learned. What was the question? Why?
How did you get? Well, how did you get involved? How did you get involved? Did you?
I started first off. There's a big motorcycle community within the Phoenix metro area. I mean, a very prevalent. Uh,
Sure.
I'm not saying they're motorcycle gangs, but there's a lot of gangs too.
Right.
But just, I mean, there's doctors and lawyers that on the weekends they put on the leather and they get out the $50,000 Harleys and they start cruising around. You know what I mean? It's kind of funny. It is a motorcycle community. So
Sure.
I was pretty involved with that. When I first came out here, I hung out with primarily two people. It was Dominic Hinojosa, Cabo Dam, and Wild Mick Brown from Dockin. And they're the ones that took me under the wing. When Mick heard I was moving out here, we were like this. And he's like, "Oh, you're gonna come with me? Me and Cabo Dam, we're gonna take you around." I was like, "Oh shit, okay." So every day we get on the bikes, and we were the three amigos. That's what
Sure.
it was. It was Cabo Dam, Wild Mick, and Gus. And they showed me Phoenix. They introduced this new world to me. Where the best restaurants are, where the places to hang out, where the best rides are, blah 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 blah. And then because they were bikers, they were part of this motorcycle community that they introduced me to, and I became part of it. And if you're part of the motorcycle community, then you're also going to run into the American Legion riders. And
Yes.
that's where I first got introduced to the president, Mr. Don Long. And
Okay.
he's the one that first he asked me to say, "Hey, would you like to come down to the post and see what it's all about?" I was like, okay, you know, and he made me the first the first interaction I had with the American Legion was judging a chili eating not chili eating a chili contest. People would cook and he wanted me to be the judge. So I said, sure, what the hell? And I got to try all the chili for free. I was like, okay.
Hey, free
So that was
food.
the
Why
first
not?
thing. And then, you know, I said, wow. One thing I realized the function of the American Legion or the VFW is to raise awareness and raise money for veterans and veteran associated charities.
Yes.
Now,
It's a
the
good cause.
idea that there are millions of people across the country that volunteer their time, which as time goes on, we all have a lot less and less. They volunteer to spend their extra time to endeavor in raising money for veteran associated charity. How fucking cool is that?
It's
You
amazing.
know what I'm saying,
It's
man?
such a good
So it's a
cause.
certain type of person that those places attract. And
Right.
I wanted to be a part of something that like that, something that's bigger than just you know what I mean, bigger
Yeah.
than myself, bigger than anything. You know what I mean? To be a part of
Right.
this community that fucking cared. And you know what? They do it by riding motorcycles and partying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, and
Yeah. It's right up your
so
alley.
I got to tell you, I was introduced to a family of people at the VFW and the American Legion that I totally did not expect.
Wow.
And I can't tell you, it has been the surprise of my life. And I can't tell you how happy I am.
That's amazing. That's good. It's a good cause. And so we're talking to Mark Scott, Mark Gus Scott, and I do have a trickster question. I love the trickster in the background there. I see the little photo
Oh,
montage back there, and
I got to show you that.
I
That's
have
funny. You bring that up. I got two of them. Check this out. There's a guy in Japan
a.
that made
Oh
something.
yes, look at
Look at
that.
that
Is that a box
little
set?
lockbox. I keep some
Wow.
challenge coins there
Wow.
from all my
Wow.
military people.
Wow.
Oh, look, my little trickster drum head. That's the front of my bass drum.
Wow. Oh, look at that.
And
I never
I got a bunch
forget you
of
told
challenge
me.
coins. All the I don't know if, military people out there. I got
Oh
I don't know
wow. That is
a whole
pretty
bunch of
cool.
these guys from, and each one has a special story attached. So it's really a special kind of thing.
And
But
people can buy this, or is this a special that you have only? Is this?
oh no, these are just gifts.
Oh, these
These
are
are
okay. I
yeah.
thought these were
I'm
for
not trying to sell
sailors.
nothing.
Okay, all right.
Oh wait, are you trying to cue me for the shameless plug?
Yeah,
Let's take a moment.
yeah. There.
This moment brought to you by American Premium Vodka.
I want to ask you about this. I was on the website today. So you're involved with American Premium Vodka, and talk to me about this now. This came
Well,
across my radar screen.
you know, this kind of segues nicely because as being a part of the American Legion, I think I start to get more in tune with American ideals, you know? And the whole thing happened one day. I ran out of vodka. I tend to drink a little bit of vodka. And I ran out. So I go down to the drugstore and I'm walking down the vodka aisle. And what do I see? I see this brand over here promoting the greatness of Sweden. I see this brand over here promoting the greatness of Russia. This one, the greatness of Finland. This one, the greatness of Poland. And not one motherfucker was promoting the greatness of America. But
Yes.
because maybe I was in tune with this American ideal, being part of the Legion and meeting all this family from the VFW, I said, how the fuck is that possible? I'm
Yep.
standing in goddamn Arizona, a Republic, well, at the time it was more Republican,
Sure, sure.
but
Well, yeah, it goes back and
people
forth.
that value
Right.
patriotism, not that
Yes.
you know what I mean, and it's not Republican or Democrat.
Yeah.
It's about pro America. So
Yes.
I had maybe a heightened awareness, but
Hmm.
I was like, how the hell is it possible? The only thing that represented America was, I don't want to knock him, but Tito's, and his name is Tito. He has a fantastic product, but he doesn't promote the greatness of America. You know, so God bless you. He's the number one in America.
Right.
Kudos, God bless him.
Right. Right.
It's something to strive towards. But
Sure.
as far as a brand that emulates the greatness of the patriotism that we used to have when I was a kid, and Jimmy, let's say, Jimmy Carter, Reagan were president. I
Yep.
was a little kid, and I can run out of my front lawn and wave a flag, and
Yep.
people would say, "Oh, there's a proud little American."
Yep.
Today, you're a far right wing extremist. And
Right.
there's something wrong with that, man. There's
Yeah.
something wrong with that. So
I'm.
American Premium Vodka is a look towards bringing everyone together. People have to realize that there is more that unites us than divides us. And I think it starts with having a drink and let's talk about that. You know what I mean? And saluting the great heroes that made this country that it was. And that's the thing. One thing I always say, it's Veterans Day every day. And
That's
I
amen.
think people need to keep that in mind.
Amen. You're right. Veterans Day every day. I like that. I'm
Veterans
wearing
Day
my
every day.
I'm wearing my Arctic camo salute to
I
service with
see
the
it,
American
man. I see
flag
it.
on
It's
it. Yeah.
sharp.
Yeah. So listen, I teach United States history. I think civics needs to be taught, and we need to the I teach in an area where we have a lot of immigrants, and they just a lot of them want to leave and go back to their country, and it just breaks my heart. It's like
Really?
yeah, yeah, they're just their parents brought them here, and they're like, I want to go back to the DR or wherever, and but I have to teach the first 10 amendments, the Bill of
Bill of
Rights,
Rights.
and yeah,
I know.
Bill of Rights,
Dude, I
freedom
can
of
recite the
speech.
preamble to you right now. I'm telling you what.
Yeah.
Don't challenge me. Don't challenge me. I'll fucking do it.
Yeah.
We'll put some money on the table.
We're talking to Mark Scott, and the name of this podcast. So I have two things going on. Keith's Corner, but documenting 47, and so I'm a history person. When I was at William Patterson, and you were a guest on the radio show there, I was a history major there. Believe it or not, I actually went to class. Believe it or not, and
On
I got a
occasion.
degree
Right.
and a teaching degree. But so Donald Trump is coming in. It's kind of an interesting thing from a history perspective. The second term that is not consecutive. So I find this very interesting as where we are in America. And like you said early on, we're divided. Trump, Biden, Trump. It's a divided country. And so, I'm right down the middle. I like you just said, I'm a patriot. I like America. I love America. But as somebody who's watching it, I think it's amazing. As a historian, as somebody who likes current events, and so I'm just watching it. I'm watching the show from behind. This is a show. I'm watching the show. Now, did you get to meet Donald Trump? Did I see a photo of you and Donald Trump back in the
I was
90s,
uh
80s? Was it?
I
Or
was honored to spend the better part of a day with him the first time we
wow.
met. And then when I bought my restaurant in upstate New York, I was the first one to carry Trump Super Premium Vodka.
Ooh,
So he sent an invitation for me to come to the vodka release party at Trump Plaza. So
wow.
that was the second time we got to hang out. But I spent again the first time we met, we spent a lot of time together, and it was an amazing opportunity. And I
Wow.
got to see him not in a business sense. He was laid back. He was having fun, and it was a celebrity softball game, so there were a
Right.
lot of other people that were there to interact with, and we had a lot of fun. But there was a click. It was Mr. Trump, and at that time it was Mr. Trump.
Right.
Mr.
Right.
Trump, Gregory Harrison, Gonzo from Trapper John MD,
Okay.
Regis Philbin,
Oh, wow.
and me. We were the four guys. Whatever we did,
Wow.
everybody followed.
Wow. Wow.
So it was an amazing time. I could tell you a few stories and whatnot. But as far as meeting, we spent, let's see, it started at 10 a.m. It's pretty funny. It was our first big celebrity softball game at Yankee Stadium. And Peter
Wow.
and I, Pete Lauren from Trixter, and I
Sure.
were the two from Trixter that were elected to go, whatever they were requested to go. So we went, and the notice comes in the middle. Get there at 10 a.m. sharp. I'm like, holy shit, I got to be in the Bronx by 10 a.m. I don't fucking wake up till 11:30, So we were sweating like, oh my God, we got to be there on time. We're going to be there. So we're so scared. We get there at 10:01. We're the first ones there. Like, how the fuck are we the first ones here? So we're the first ones there. Coming, and I get a locker over on this side of thing, and Pete takes a locker midway down. It's a sizable freaking room, and Pete's at the midpoint. I'm at the far end. Who's the third guy that shows up? Mr. Trump.
Wow.
And he comes in, he walks in, and it was it's really weird just being in a locker room. It's just us three. He comes in, he goes, Donald Trump. All right, I'm like, Jesus Christ, how are you? And he says hi to Pete. And then for some reason, he takes not the locker next to me, but the very next locker next to me. Like not somewhere in between me and Pete. I don't know. We
Wow.
just kind of hit it off. He was very nice.
Wow. That's
And then the
amazing.
whole day, we basically hung out together. It was me, Regis, Gonzo, and Mr. Trump. And
Wow.
we had so much goddamn fun.
Wow.
We really did. And he was, but I got to see him not in a business environment. Uh, we
Sure.
got to raise money for the American Cancer Society at Yankee Stadium playing
Wow.
softball. He got to use my aluminum bat. It was like really cool. He was fun.
Wow.
Regis
And
Philbin was walking around like this. Hey, we ain't got all day. Donald Trump and Mark Scott got a deal to run this afternoon. We ain't got time for this. And Mr. Trump would look at me and shoot with a wink. I was like, oh, this is just crazy.
wow. So we're talking to Mark Gus Scott, documenting 47, which will go out on Spotify. It'll be on YouTube. And this will be this. That's a great story. I love that. I love hearing a story like that.
There's
So,
a better one.
oh, you got no. Oh, we have more Donald Trump. I love it.
We spent several. I'm trying to think how long. I think we probably wrapped up around 3 p.m. So we're gonna go 5 hours. And even just the time. I got to tell you, we were in the locker room, and it was a celebrity softball game. The New York All Stars versus the Hollywood All Stars. So there are a bunch of
Okay.
LA guys and a bunch of New York guys. Now,
Wow.
Mr. Trump was the team captain of the New York All Stars. So
Okay.
basically, he was the boss, whatever he said. Yeah, but he was kind of like, whatever, fellas. he was he
Sure.
was just very
Yeah.
laid back, very laid back. It was fun,
Right.
you know. And I got to tell you, not one time did he pick up a cell phone. I mean, I had a cell phone at that time. We're
Right.
talking 1992. It was a long time ago.
Right.
If I
Okay.
had a cell phone, he probably had three of them. Not one
Right.
time did he stop for business. He was there to raise money and have some fun with everybody. And that's exactly what he did. I got to tell you, he was
Wow.
focused on where he was at the time, not distracted, not anything like that. And we
Wow.
had so much fun. Just the camaraderie in the locker room. We were just laughing and having a great time. And he was just one of the guys, and it was a lot. It was very jovial, very jovial.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
that's an amazing. I love that. I love that's part of the podcast documenting
Mhm.
47. So that's a great story. And so when people say
Just
things
one
and
more.
oh, you got another one? I love it. I love it. I love it. We got another. This is
We'll say
great.
that for later.
Well, yeah, the after show podcast. But so does it bother you when you hear a lot of this negative stuff about Trump coming out? Like you hear these stories. I mean, he's the president. He's got a target on. It's but
Dude,
some of it's just
he
nasty
was
in
the
politics.
president several years ago,
Right.
and no elected president, sitting president, dealt with more was under fire
Right.
from so many different angles. I mean,
Yeah.
you're supposed to come together at a certain point and support,
Right.
but not in his case.
Right.
I don't think
Yes.
anybody has dealt with more opposition as a sitting president than him. I swear,
Yeah.
I challenge someone to
Yeah.
to uh, to offer a different viewpoint. I think
Yeah.
it's indisputable.
The
And
legals, the
at the
legal.
end of the day, he comes out on top. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, he comes out on top. It
Yeah.
might not take a day or two to come through, but when every time he opens his mouth, tries to make a declaration, whether it's the percentage of COVID fatalities or something as far as defense readiness. I mean, man, they come under fire. I can't believe he said that. And at the end of the day, he was
Yeah.
100% truthful. So,
Yeah.
and at the end, I think also now that this most recent election is evidence
Yeah.
that anybody who might have been, there's a substantial percentage of people that might have been on the other side of the aisle were sick of the lies and the ridiculousness and said, you know what, this is great. And they ended up jumping on to a different side.
Yeah. A
And
lot of
it was
lot of people
evidenced by the
crossed over. Yeah.
popular vote, the electoral vote. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And I'm sure there was no cheating done by the other people whatsoever. So, the idea that there might have, uh, down the point I'm trying to make without me making, uh, It's pretty amazing. And I got
Yeah.
to tell you something. The man hasn't taken office yet, and he's done more than the last individual the current administration has been doing. 24 hours after he was elected, he had Putin and goddamn China on the phone, and we almost had world peace for a minute.
World War III almost broke out too. It's like unbelievable
Another
here.
a few hours. Look what's happening right now.
I know.
We have over there. Please don't. So we got Herbert's over there. Please. So God forbid he doesn't have to deal with
Yeah.
opposition within our own borders. If we get this man, if we get that, he has proven himself once before, and then proven himself, and done a fantastic job. Look at the mortgage rates, look at the gas prices, look at your
Yeah.
look at the grocery bill. I mean, there's too much evidence to support that something was done right. And
Yeah.
the past 3.5+ years, I I don't have to make a case. People just have to take an honest look at the situation themselves, and
Yep.
that's really it. And I think a lot of people are waking up to that fact.
We're talking to Mark Scott, and we thank Mark for coming on here on this Thanksgiving Eve.
We're
This
not talking.
party
We're
night.
drinking over here.
Mark's drinking
This
over
moment
there.
brought to you by American Premium Vodka.
And
Who
if
enjoy
we,
veterans every day.
where can we buy that? Can you
Want
buy it
some?
in New Jersey, or is it? Can you order it, or like
I
where can
hate to
we?
say we are not in New Jersey yet, but
Okay.
I can't lie. Uh,
Okay.
I got to tell you, we've only the company's only been around about 2.5 years,
Okay.
and we're in 4 states now:
Okay.
uh, Arizona, Nevada, Iowa, and just launched in Texas last month.
So
So
expanding,
I got to tell you,
expanding.
oh yeah, sure.
They're
We also more
expanding.
recently signed a deal with a fantastic distributor, arguably one of the best in the country, Johnson Brothers.
Okay.
Uh, the what? Yeah, my partners. They're from Iowa. Terry Cook, most notably, and Randy Byrne. These guys, what they've done in Iowa alone, I think we've only been there about 6 months, and we have roughly 300 locations. I mean,
Wow.
there's the corn belt. Let me
Yes.
tell you something, pal. American Premium Vodka made with corn.
Yeah.
Mm.
If I
Sweet
can
taste
help
of
it, if
corn.
I can help you at all get it to New Jersey, in my
You
liquor
can help
store,
me have some of this right now. I got to get you a glass, my friend.
well, this is another clear liquid, but I could fill it up with another.
It's a little lacking on a Thanksgiving Eve.
I
Okay,
know.
we're
Well,
gonna have
it's
to
still
tune you
it's
up. What happened
it,
to the old days? You were the guy.
I
What
know.
happened?
I know.
Come on, man. You're giving
I
us a
know.
bad name, bro. You got to keep
It's
that flag flying high.
it's still early. It's still early. I'm going to ask you one trickster question, then we'll wrap it up here. So
Yeah, whatever you want.
I saw you were on a podcast, the Bay Ragney Show. Is that
Yeah.
a podcast? So the song, "Give It to Me Good." I read in the transcript that you thought that might be a good country song. I find that fascinating. Um,
I remember the first day that Steve played me the riff. And Steve wrote the song.
yeah,
Uh, and I was always a fan of the music he wrote, but there was some about that damn song and just
yep,
the riff, the bang, dang, 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 dang. We made fun of it in the sense that it sounded kind of country, like, I tell you what, man, play that, son.
yep,
You
yep.
pretend you have a tumbleweed, a little freaking thing in your mouth, and that was the vibe we got. And we started bouncing on his bed. The bed broke. I mean, it was freaking funny. We were just silly as fuck. But there was something about it where if you put a little twang on it, I
Yep.
truly believe that you could expand the demographic footprint of the appeal of that song. And I
Right.
felt if the right artist did it, I think it could really make a big bang.
Sure.
So the 30th anniversary came around, and nobody was doing anything. I'm like, shit, it's 30 years since we did the debut record.
Right.
Nobody's doing nothing. It's like, well, fuck that. I'll do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I did it just half as a test. Quite honestly, I never thought of myself as a vocalist or anything like that, but I knew I could make it sound great.
Right.
And vocally, someone was helping me, coach me with some stuff. My good buddy Lou Picadacci, and
Okay.
I mean, I'm more proud of the background vocals on that song than anything. It sounds
Right.
fantastic. The engineering that Lou did was great. Pete Lauren helped out a lot with
Mhm.
other stuff we've done in the past. And man, I got to tell you, I'm very happy with the way it came out. It's a lot different, but I wanted to do something as opposed to doing nothing,
Yes.
you know. And yeah, I'm really proud of the way it came out. It's really cool. There you go.
And
I'm not trying. I urge everyone to go to YouTube and just kick in Mark Gus Scott, give it to me good. and check it out for free. Don't buy anything, but just listen to like the first 2 minutes. I think it's freaking great. I was very happy sonically with the way it came out.
And where? So you have a YouTube channel. Where can where could people find you? Because
Yeah,
people
just
might.
search Mark Gus Scott. Any
Okay.
platform you search my name,
Yep.
it'll pop up.
Yeah.
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Uh,
Yeah.
I always tell people also American Premium Vodka. I have links to American Premium Vodka on all of my platforms.
I'll
That is
put
my
the
primary.
links. I'll put the links
American Premium
below.
Vodka is my new band,
I'll put the links together below in the.
and we play every night.
So how are you guys getting along? Is there, you guys are not together now, or is that's you
We're
guys are
not. Steve and PJ are off doing their thing. They call it acoustic trickster. I don't
okay?
know. Uh, Pete's out here in Arizona. We see each other irregularly. His
Okay.
uh, his woman's out here too, so I don't see him as much as I used to.
Okay. Sure.
I'm going to see him on Sunday. Actually, maybe tomorrow for Thanksgiving. We'll see. But I'm supposed to see him on Sunday also. Trans Siberian Orchestra is coming to town.
Oh wow, there you go.
Jeff
Holiday
Scott Soto,
season.
Las Elias, the guys are coming out here, so we're going to go see him on Sunday.
So do you envision another reunion, or do you envision something down the road again?
You
Or
know, it's funny. The first time I quit the band, it was January of '95. I remember I was in San Antonio, our last show, and I was on the plane. And as the plane was taking off, I said, "You know what? When we come back, it's going to be fucking great." And in 2008, that's exactly what we did, and it was fucking great.
yeah,
I
yep,
mean, we did Rocklahoma, we did Rockfest, Wisconsin, with Poison in the band Boston, and then we put out our first record in 13 years, and it went number 56 on iTunes.
yep,
Dude, I got to tell you something. It was no bull. It was a comeback. Press was fucking through the roof.
yeah,
Reviews are very strong. Sales were good. And we played big shows. We
yeah,
played with Ted Nugent, Cinderella, Quiet Riot, Scorpions, Vince Neil,
yeah.
Twisted Sister. I mean, the list is fucking
Big.
crazy.
Yeah, you got. Well,
Fucking
you guys
crazy.
are big yourself. I mean, come on here.
What are
You
you call me,
guys.
fat fucker? What are you-
Hey, listen, I put on some weight myself here.
Shit, I'm trying to
No,
crop
you,
the
you
shot here.
guys.
Jesus Christ, what are you talking about?
Well, you guys. I went to see a couple of your shows, and you guys had huge turnouts. You guys were rocking. You were behind the drum set there. That was the first time I actually got to see you behind the drum set, and I took some pictures of you back there. I mean, you know it was an
Brother,
amazing show there.
it was an amazing time. You know
Yeah,
how lucky enough to do it once. The idea that we got a chance to do it fucking twice,
yeah,
and the second time around we did it for 10 fucking years,
yeah,
playing
yeah,
M3
yeah,
in Meriwether Post Pavilion, 18,000 people sold out. Doing
yeah,
Verizon Wireless Amphitheater, 18,000 people fucking sold out.
yeah,
Doing Farm Fest, Chicago,
yep,
25,000 people sold out. Rocklahoma, 35,000 people sold out. Rockfest, Wisconsin, 35
yeah,
people, 35,000 people sold out. Fucking, who the fuck gets that lucky?
yeah. No, you
So,
guys were rocking. You guys rocking,
dude,
man. I'm
got
telling
from
you.
no one to thank but God. I swear to
Yeah,
I swear to God. How lucky are we to not get to do it once, but to do it twice?
yeah,
So, and back to your question, do you see another reunion? Oh, I see it could happen. Will it happen? That's the almighty question. I don't have an answer for you.
to be determined. TBD. Mark, I am thankful for you. I really am. I'm a loyal guy, and I'm loyal to you. And if I make it out to
I didn't realize we
Arizona,
were in a relationship like that.
I'm
Listen,
loyal.
what
I'm
kind
a
of
loyal.
fucking show you running here, Keith? Holy shit! Now I need another drink. I got my bottle
I'm
over
a
here.
loyal. I'm a loyal Mark Scott. There you go. And the pot. We'll put the link for the vodka, the American Premium
Cheers,
Vodka. And I'm a loyal guy. You know what? I'm a fan of yours. We both hail
brother. I'll
from
do you
this.
one better. When we were starting out, who was there? You were.
There. We were there.
And
We
you
were there.
know how honored we were that somebody wanted us to come on their station,
Yeah. We
dude.
had you on a
And you
couple
know
of
what?
times.
You're a class act. Some of these guys you gotta give lip service to, or like, make good
Yeah.
impression of. You were just a fucking pleasure to fucking hang out with.
Yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
listen.
So that's the difference. You know what I mean? There's some guys you play a political angle with and shit like that. You were not one of those guys. You were
Yeah.
just a great guy.
Yeah. We like
And
we love
that
Mark.
that transcends the decades, and I think that's ultimately why you become part of this thing. You love
Yep.
doing it. You don't do it because of relationships you have to forge. You make
Right.
some great relationships with
Yeah.
people because
Meet some good people along the way. You're one of the
that's
best,
really what
Mark.
it's all about.
I appreciate you, and I thank you for coming on for this Thanksgiving Eve, and I'm sure you're gonna continue to have a party out there.
Dude, I got to tell you, like I said, with that first exploratory trip I did to Arizona, there is a scene, the culture, the ideology of the people is substantially different than New Jersey.
Yeah.
There- there's a tempo of the people. I guess ideology is the best word I can think of right now. When I saw that wave of people on a Thursday cross the street and block traffic because they needed to go from club to club to club, I was like, what the fuck? You won't see that anywhere in New Jersey,
It's
but you'll see
amazing.
it every fucking day in downtown Scottsdale. And I think that's the wild thing, that people are more in tune with life as a positive rather than stuck in fucking traffic out of the Lincoln Tunnel trying to freaking get home. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Uh, I think the priorities here are different. The attitude towards life is different. And I think the quality of life out here is truly, I shouldn't say this. More people are going to move out here. And we're going to get fucked.
I'm
So
coming out there.
it's
I'm coming out there.
horrible out here. The worst move I ever made. I'm moving to Uzbekistan.
I'm coming out. I actually have
Don't
another.
threaten me, sir. You
I'm
stay
coming
right
after.
where you are.
I have a friend who lives in Tucson. Actually, I don't know how
Well,
far
go fucking
Tucson is.
visit him then. Fine. Hey, dude, you come out. You let me know. It'd be my
I will
absolute
let you
pleasure
know.
to
I
see you.
want to see Scottsdale. The
But I
kid,
got to tell you, like I said, I've only been here nine and a half years, and the growth that I've experienced, I see the visual growth of development of buildings, apartment complexes, housing, things like that, and just the traffic.
hmm,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ! Now the idea that Pete's been here 24 years, I can't imagine the
yeah.
kind of change that he's experienced. It's crazy.
You sound happy out there. You sound like you're at
I'm
peace out there.
horrible, horrible.
You sound good, Mark. You look good. I'm
Would you
enjoying this.
stop
This
looking at
is
me like that? I didn't know it was that kind of fucking show. Jesus Christ, Keith. Fuck, you're gonna tarnish the brand, bro.
it's an amazing time. I enjoyed the candor too. It's funny. This is funny. You're a funny guy. I like it. Kids
What
are
the
good.
fuck is
Everyone's
so
good.
funny about me?
Yeah. What do you mean
We're
I'm
here to
funny?
fucking amuse you.
A Goodfellas reference. There we go.
Fucking A.
Family's
Everybody
good.
talks like that back in Jersey. People don't realize that.
There was a restaurant in Garfield called named Goodfellas, I believe.
Yeah. Well, there was a couple. There was one also right off Kinnekumack Road and Route 4. They
Yes.
were called something
Yes.
else that became Goodfellas. There might
Yes.
have been more than one. I think some people capitalized on it or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
But man, I lived in Garfield for a while.
Okay.
When I got off the road for the first time after the big thing and all that, I got an apartment with my buddy Viggy,
Okay.
who worked for Whitney Houston, and we
Oh
split
wow.
an apartment. While he was on the road, I had the place, and when I was on the road, he had the place. So it was
All right.
great.
That works out. Hey,
Oh,
that's
exactly. That's the thing. When you're on the road for how many months out of the goddamn year, the idea of paying fucking rent on the joint is fucking stupid,
yeah.
you know?
That's
So we
amazing.
split
Yeah.
a joint and it worked out perfectly. It was really great.
That's
But
amazing.
what's the point? Oh yeah, the whole Goodfellas thing.
Goodfellas, the
Garfield
restaurant.
was an Italian hotbed, bro. The best fucking sauce
Yes.
right down the street. Pork
Yes.
store, the whole deal.
Oh,
That was Italian. That was Italian American culture right in that hotbed. And man, the best food. Oh God, Italian restaurants.
yeah.
Beep,
Oh,
bring it in.
delis, restaurants, Garfield. Absolutely.
Bingo.
100%.
Yep. Out
Garfield,
Lodi,
Lodi.
baby.
Yep.
Lodi
Mark.
too. There you go. You know it. You know it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lodi.
Yeah, you're still
Unbelievable.
there. I
Unbelievable.
know the best in the country. Better than
Unbelievable.
fucking Italy. I'm telling you what.
Yeah.
You go to
Yeah.
Mulberry Street. Forget it. That. So I got to tell you, that's one thing I worried about because I was exposed to such great cuisine in that area. I was worried about
Mm.
coming to Arizona, but
Mm-hmm.
I learned something. Do you know how many sons of bitches from the East Coast came over here and opened fucking restaurants? They got some of the best damn food right here in the Phoenix metro area. I kid you. And there's a lot of great Italian. Well, not a lot. There's a few outstanding Italian restaurants. Most notably, there's the one that's a Mediterranean. Uh, Esquire magazine named it top 20 in the country. Virtue Honest Craft in Scottsdale.
Really?
Man, Chef Gio Asso is a master, a fucking master. He'll knock the shit out of
Really?
97% of the restaurants on the
Wow.
East Coast. I kid you,
Wow.
God. And Esquire magazine agrees with me. I'm
Wow.
telling you, and they carry American Premium Vodka. Thank you very much,
I
Gio.
like it.
I
I
love it.
like it.
But man, I kid you not, the level of cuisine out here is
Really?
surprising. It was a
Wow.
nice surprise. I thought I might have to suffer because this is a landlocked state, also.
Right.
So the idea that some great sushi is out here too, it's like,
Ooh.
really? It's
Wow.
pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. There's some real. They got something worked out with the airport where they fly it in on a daily basis. It's fresh all
Sure.
the time.
Yeah, sometimes you go around the country and Olive Garden's like the only Italian.
I want to introduce everybody to somebody.
Yeah.
I got my buddy
Yeah.
here.
Who's everybody?
Everybody, it's
Who's
us three.
everybody? Who's
Yeah,
the guy?
ladies and gentlemen, Keith.
How are you?
I want you
Hey,
to
Keith, how
meet
you doing?
Terry Cook.
Nice to meet
He's
you.
my ace buku from Iowa. He's the
Nice
corn
to
belt
meet you.
king.
How are you?
Hey, you.
Nice to see you.
Don't
This
ask
will
him what he
be
can do with a corn cob of Corbin. Terry's my
unbelievable.
guy.
So,
I
so
think-
you're with the American Premium Vodka. You're
He's
associated
going
with
to
the vodka.
be after Mr. Trump advocates the throne. Terry's taking it over.
I love
Mr.
it.
Trump
I love
said,
it.
"Yeah, Terry, just stand by." And so Terry's standing by.
So you guys are business partners with the.
That's why I'm hanging with this guy.
Okay.
Come on, he's got the inside track. What are you talking about? The hell you
Well, I
think
would
I'm
have
doing
invited.
here?
I would have invited.
You're
I would have
screwing the whole
invited
thing up,
Terry.
Keith.
I would have had you come on as I would have sent the link to you. We could have done like we could have had multiple people on. So next time when we do it, the next follow-up interview, and next time
He's shaking
we'll have
me
you on
down.
as a
I owe him
guest too.
$50, so he's not leaving until I give him the money.
So your Thanksgiving Eve party begins right now.
Dude, it started fucking
Right now.
45 minutes
I
ago.
know.
I don't know what the fuck
You
you're
guys have been
talking
drinking
about.
already. It's great. I love it.
It's
I
funny.
love
It's
it.
funny. On Thursday, I say it's Arizona Friday.
Yeah.
So we actually start on Thursday.
Now, what are you guys doing? Are you going to be family? Kids are good. Everything with both of you guys. Everything's good with. Everything's
We're sacrificing them tomorrow. Yes.
Yes.
okay.
Terry's
But
gonna have
everything's
her
good.
ceremony.
Everyone's gonna have a happy and healthy Thanksgiving out there. Everything's
Of course we are. We're
Good.
ready to go.
good. You got and
we're getting some publicity. We're doing a big deal in Houston coming up this weekend. I don't know if
Oh,
Gus
really?
said that to you or not. We're going down there. There's a
Okay.
crawfish cook-off, and there's a guy that's doing a promo for us. It's called Stell Cracker. You might have looked him up. He's got
Okay.
over 12 million followers, and he just did a nice promo for us. And we're doing a heck of a show down there this weekend. There's going to be about 3,000 or 4,000 people. There's going to be bands there. There's going to be partying all day,
Big event.
Saturday. It's in Houston, and you can get on the site. You just look up Stell Cracker or the Southwest Cajun Cook-Off. Or something.
Southwest Cajun Cook-Off. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Southwest Cajun Cook-Off.
This is a big event in the Houston area.
Yeah.
If you're in
Wow.
Houston, you know about it. And
Yeah.
It's
Stale
this weekend.
Cracker is
This
a
weekend,
big hitter. And I gotta
November-
tell you, he has taken a liking to American Premium Vodka.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how thankful we are for his support.
Good.
Stale Cracker's been, and he's a party son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So it's November 29th, 30th, and December 1st in Houston, Texas.
Correct.
It's this Saturday.
This Saturday. Oh, it's one day. Okay. Okay.
One day. There's a VIP deal tomorrow night or Friday night. Then Saturday's a party all day. It starts like at 9 a.m. 9
Wow.
a.m. It goes until 2 a.m.
Yeah, better clean that liver.
Yeah.
Get my liver cleanser.
Nap, get drunk, take a nap. Drunk one more time.
See, when we
We've
were
all done it.
when we were younger, we didn't need to take the nap.
No. No, shit, we paid for it in the morning.
Yeah, right. That was it.
What are the plans for 20? Final question. What are your plans for 2025 going forward here? Any big
I
events
think we're
coming up?
gonna be cautious. This deal with Johnson Brothers, they have such a strong presence in 17 states.
Okay.
It's a very attractive idea to want to be everywhere. It would
Okay.
be stupid to go everywhere immediately. So
Right.
scaling the operation properly, I think, is number one of great. We have to think about the strategy in which to do that. Make sure your production levels are up to where the demand is, but by
Sure.
the same token, you want to increase that demand. So finding that balance, finding
Okay.
what's the right talk. You don't want to go from 4 states to 14 states
Yeah.
in a week and a half. That's pretty goddamn stupid. So
Right.
I think right now we need to think about the proper strategy and the proper execution, how to grow the brand without busting the brand. And I think that's something that takes a little bit of temperament, that takes discussion, meeting of the minds coming together. But Do we want it? Hell yeah, we want it, but
Sure.
we want to do it right. We don't want to screw it up. And I don't know. Thank God Terry's here because I get a little crazy.
Truth to that. But just keep in mind with this bottle, and Gus talked a little bit
Here,
about
now
today.
Terry does the shameless plug. Watch.
No, but keep in mind that certain proceeds go back to men and women who serve their country.
Absolutely.
So it's important that we're giving back to the Legion Halls of VFWs all around. We're working on who we're giving it to this year. Stay posted. We will have a launch out there showing exactly who we donated the money to. That we're doing a donation every year to wherever we decide to go to as a team. Is we are giving back the men and women who serve their country, which is most importantly why we're doing this.
Bam.
So I think it's
Absolutely.
very important. Really.
That, and I'll even further emphasize that, that's the essence of how we created the brand.
Exactly.
You know
Right.
you know what I mean? It's funny. Terry always reminds me of the fact. Think about all these. Let me first put it in perspective. There are 12,000 American Legion posts across this great country.
Wow.
There are an additional 6,000 VFW posts. That's 18,000 posts. And vodka is the most popular served at these posts. To think that all these American veterans are drinking Russian or
Right.
Svedvik freaking a non-American vodka.
Right. Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute, something's wrong here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's one thing I think we want to correct, and it starts at the veteran level. That's really the embryo of what started this brand. And we don't forget how we obtain our freedom, how we maintain our freedom, and the people that we need to thank for making this the greatest country in the world.
Amen. Amen on that. And
And
American, amen. Amen. American Premium Vodka, and check it out on the
and,
web.
you know, that's no bullcrap. The idea is that we do it as a selfless thing. They deserve the credit.
Right.
And every time I just did the every last Tuesday of the month is a meeting for the Sons of the American Legion, and we recap and we donate. We decide what charities are the appropriate ones, and just so people know, the charities that we do donate to must demonstrate that they donate 80% or more of the proceeds to the actual cause, not the administrative cause. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So the vetting process is very substantial, very intense, very stringent. So, man, when you hear that the American Legion or the VFW donates to a cause, it's freaking verified, dude. They're ratified by Congress. I mean, it's pretty
Yeah.
serious. And to be a part of this kind of organization, both Terry and I are members, and I can't tell you how honored we are to, we serve up American Premium Vodka as a gauntlet to offer to the gods of the Legion, and I think that's something that makes us proud every time we do.
It's such a good thing, and anything I could do to help out with the American Premium Vodka, I'll post the
Good, get
links.
your checkbook, motherfucker. All right, let's go.
I love
It's
it.
Terry Cook,
Yeah.
Mark Gus Scott, APV.
You guys are the best.
80% or more. So Terry gets 10, I get 10, 80% goes to the veterans.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Well, we got to make it like 81% just to make sure. So yeah, 9.5, 9.5.
I love it. I love it. And where can they find the events coming up, like moving forward, like the event this weekend? Where is that all posted?
We got a website. We got a website. You got to go to American Premium Doc.
Okay.
AmericanPremiumVodka.com.
Okay.
We're always posting functions, tastings. We do a ton of tastings in Iowa. We're doing a lot more in Arizona now. Gus has got some stuff with the VFWs and the Legion Halls we've done stuff with. You just got to get on our website and look at it. We're in the process now. We're building the site where you can actually buy the product. We have most of it done. We just got to put it on, launch it on live on our website. But that's
Okay.
the next step. But primarily, you're going to find it all. Majority of stuff in Iowa. There's plenty of places in Arizona you can find it. And Vegas,
Sure.
we're starting to make a big launch there. We did get a casino. We've got a couple casinos in Vegas. So people are in Vegas. We got a couple liquor stores in Vegas now. So people traveling.
And the Thomas Mack Center Arena. Got the arena.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
We're doing-
Look at that.
We're doing Thomas Mack coming up now for the bull riding. The national bull riding things are this next week. And
Big event.
It's there for 10 days.
Big
we'll
event.
be there. Our staff will be there. We're selling it inside Thomas Mack Arena. So what I'm trying to say is that people from Jersey or all
Mhm.
over the country that are flying in for that particular
Yes.
show, we do have it there. We have it at South Point. So if you know, if you're listening to your podcast right
Yeah.
now, people are heading that way, you can find it.
100%.
And those
Yeah. That's what's great about the podcast. People and the
Yeah.
YouTube channel. I mean, this will be viewed all over the country. People traveling out there throughout 25, 26 in the future. You never know. People stumble upon this in 3, 4
Exactly.
months from now. So
Yeah.
it's a great thing. I wish you guys a lot of success in this in the next
you.
year,
Hey,
and
thank you,
and
man.
I wish you guys the best. And
Dude, you've been
anytime
a
you
good
guys want to come
friend.
on,
I appreciate your support through the years. And
the
man, I got to
best.
tell you, if there's something I can do to, you're a good egg. If there's
You
something you
guys
can
are
do
the
for a good
best.
egg, there's nothing I wouldn't do. And I really appreciate your support. Thank you.
Terry, it was nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. Thank
Have a
you.
good
He's going to send you a
Thanksgiving.
bill. You know that.
Mine's by the
He's got the
minute, not the
stopwatch
hour.
on you, motherfucker.
I know.
He's just getting schooled on how it works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna have so many views, and so many people are gonna watch this. You're gonna have to pay us.
See why I'm in business with this guy?
There you go.
He
You got to
he
sign
came
off
from
on
fucking-
it.
I spend too much. He
Yeah.
bills too much. We
Exactly.
even each other out.
Yeah.
You're not a lawyer, are you?
No, but I got.
That's what he tells everybody, but it's not true.
Unbelievable. You guys are the best. I love you guys. Enjoy the
Thank you.
Thanksgiving holiday. I'm going to wrap it here at 46 minutes.
Wrap it.
Mark,
I'm telling you what, I got one more Trump story.
Oh,
Not for
Let-
today.
we'll save that. We'll save that. It's a tease. I like that. In radio, that's called a tease. I love it. I love that. Mark, you are the best. Seriously, I wish you the happiest holiday season. Happy
Dude, thanks so
Thanksgiving.
much for everything. I love you, man. It's
You're the
great to see you
best.
again.
It's good to see you. And if I ever make it out there, we're going to Scottsdale. We're going to drink
Send me
some
your
of the.
address. I'll send you a bottle.
You're the best. I will. I'll text it to
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving, you son of a bitch.
Happy thanks. I love that. I love
Hey,
it.
yeah, to get your message out, I'm like, fuck, it's Keith.
All right. God bless. And I'll
Thanks,
post
brother.
the links and enjoy the
Yeah,
Thanksgiving holiday.
how long is the turnaround on this thing?
I'm gonna let it sit until. Well, I'll post it up tomorrow morning actually because this event
that
is this
fast?
weekend. Yeah, I can
Send me
get
the
it.
link. Oh, wait. I'll shove it out there.
Yeah,
Just send
I'll
me
put
the
it
link,
out.
please.
I'll put it out tomorrow. Yep.
Thanks, brother.
Enjoy. The
You too.
best. The
Thanks,
best.
man.
Terry,
Later
thank
on.
you too. Okay, take care. Have a good one, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, brother.
Take care.